Hello everybody, welcome to another Pixel for Life video tutorial. Today we are going to be creating an image sort of like this Call of Duty Black Ops poster, I guess you can call it. So I just went to Google and I found this image. I know it's the wrong war, you don't have to point it out, but this guy kind of scares me, so I thought I would use it. Alright, so to start off, I saved some time and I made a quick cutout of his body. You can see here. Alright, I just want to have it so I can do stuff to the background. Alright, so the first step I want to do is he's pointing at me, so I thought, you know what would be cool? Let's give him a gun. So I found this gun image on Google, and I'm going to lower the opacity just a little bit and scale it down. We can zoom in, and let's try to match up the hand pretty well. Maybe a little bit smaller. Let's see. Alright, that's good. Alright, when you have that, we're going to add a layer mask. And we're going to grab the paintbrush with black as your foreground color and just erase this slightly. Alright. We're going to have a problem with this index finger in the background, but we'll deal with that in a little bit. So it looks like we might have to scale this down just slightly again. Something like that. And I'm going to feather off this bottom edge right here. And you don't have to make it look too pretty because we're going to do quite a lot of background effects and overlay and all that. And that will really help blend it in. Alright, let's delete some of this some more, just to kind of give them a thumb. Alright, so you can't really see the index finger, I guess, in the background. Maybe just slightly. So let's try and remove that. I'm going to create a new layer, go to the stamper tool, and make sure my sample is current, or all layers I guess we could do. And I'm going to just start my sample here by clicking Alt, and drag down, grab my sample here, and then grab this background layer. We might not even need that. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, so that looks alright. It looks like we need to remove a couple of edges up here. Alright, so once you have that, we are going to change the curves on the... Oh, I guess we could wait a little bit on the curves. So let's start working on this background. So below everything, I'm going to hide this background. Or first, we got to duplicate this. Forgot about that step. Drag to the top, to the bottom, then select this selection and just create a quick layer mask so it removes the background. Alright, so on this layer right here, we're going to want to go to Filter, Render, Clouds. And that's going to create us some quick clouds. And then grab your smudge tool and just smudge it about so it kind of looks like smoke. Let it load for a second. Okay, very nice. Then you can go Control U and colorize it, and we're going to give it like a bluish tint. Lower the opacity or the lightness and the saturation. Alright, so then this is going to be quite a few layers, so we're going to have to try not get too confused. Above everything, I'm going to create a black layer, grab the eraser tool, and just erase something like that. So it kind of just makes you focus in on the center right over there. So what I want to do is duplicate this layer, go to Filter, Overlay, High Pass, and I have it at about 6. And then change the blending to Overlay, and you can see it kind of crisps it up and gives it a nice glowing. So also we want to go to the top here and go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and we are going to change the levels. We mainly want to focus on the midtones, which is this over here, just to darken it up a bit. Something like that. And then above all this, or let's delete this layer, delete this one. It's quite a few, so it gets confusing. we want to have a overlay of like a red and a blue color. So let's try over here and grab a darkish blue color, and then we'll add some spots over to here, and then let's grab a reddish color, add a couple of spots as well. Then filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we'll leave it at 4, I guess, and then just lower that opacity, something like that. And then on this layer, you want to go to layer, new adjustment layer, and we're going to change the curves. And this is the layer with the gun. So we're going to first right click and create clipping mask so it only affects the gun. And that's blending into his hand pretty well, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to lower this opacity even more. And when we do that, we got to focus on this just a tad more. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, so now what we want to do is create a another layer above everything. We're going to fill it with black. And go filter, noise, add noise, and I'm going to leave it at about 16, uniform and monochromatic. Click OK. Change the blending mode to subtract. Where's that at? Right there. And then I'm going to lower the opacity to 20. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Another thing I want to do is above this layer, I want to go to layer, new adjustment layer, and go to levels, I think it is. I kind of want to get rid of some colors, or drag that above the gun layer as well. Just want to make it darker, so something like that. And then for this blending options, we're going to just erase some of it. And then for your gun curves, we're going to want to darken it a bit, like that. We can lower the opacity slightly. And then behind everything, above this background layer, we're going to grab a white color. Then on the side of his head, we're going to add and then a little bit of white, and then at the tip of his AK. We're going to bring that down a little bit. And that's looking pretty good. Let's add some swirls to the top, kind of like the smoke is coming out of the front. So I'm going to add like a white swirl. Then go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And we're going to blur the heck out of this. Something like that. Grab the erase tool, erase the center, bring the opacity way down, and that looks very good to me. One step that we're missing is a nice Call of Duty logo, which is this right here. I just grabbed it from that original file, and we'll throw that right in here. And that's going to conclude this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.